What's up, everybody? Welcome to the WaterBros podcast. As always, we're your hosts. I'm Zach, and this is my little brother, Ben. We are here. Grab a drink, get to the bench. Benny, I'm bummed out, but the Patriots are into the divisional round. We are in the thick of postseason football. Benny, what do we have coming up today, dude?
Oh, yeah, we're feeling good. We're feeling real good. This can be a fun fill to jug because that's always how we get it started.
It's going to be awesome, and we're back on the yellow couch today.
Yeah, this is taking us back to the OG episode where it all started. We're on the yellow couch here at my house this time. We're going to dive into fill the jug. How the weekend was. It was a great weekend of football. Some high quality H2O. And we got some of the basketball world coming in, which will be very exciting to touch on. We'll get into our regular pop takes. And for those of you that are new to the WaterBros podcast, we talk about all things NFL, college football, understand a little bit of the landscape, what's going on in the world of sports that we love. And then we'll finish it up with Call Your Shot, the national championship game of college football. Indiana, Miami, we'll call it here. And then we'll finish with picking the divisional round.
The divisional round of the NFL, baby.
I can't believe it's coming to an end.
I know. It has flown by, and I'm a little depressed, Benny, that it's just about over.
It's flown by, but also, I've definitely gotten to have like a new perspective this season. This, I guess, sports season, we could call it, fall into winter. So I'm excited to dive into some of my epiphanies that I've had and the changes that I've made as a sports fan. That's part of my fill the jug.
I love it.
Should I kick it off?
Let's just kick it off. Yeah, Benny, tell us what's filling the jug with these epiphanies that you got going on.
Yeah, I'll start with the epiphanies. So first and foremost, what I have thoroughly enjoyed is that everything has been changing in the sports world. College football is completely different. College basketball is completely different than everything that we've been used to growing up. With the transfer portal, with NIL, everything's different. NFL, continues to be the best of the best. But the biggest change that I made this year was not trying to ride so much on the emotions of wins and losses, but enjoying the ride for every single team. And obviously, it's been a lot more fun knowing that the Patriots are winning.
Yeah, I mean, it's always a good time when the team's winning.
Yeah, when the team's winning, that's a good time. But also just seeing like Drake May play at his top level, seeing Mike Vrabel get a bloody lip by one of his players because he's just in the moment, just soaking it up. Yeah. I feel like I've been trying to do that same thing. And with the Utes, the exact same, like just enjoying that bowl game. We just beat the brakes off Nebraska.
Yeah.
Who cares? Like, I'm just enjoying every moment. Do we lose a lot of those players? Yep. Who cares? We'll get into it, but that really has been filling the jug. I like the new sports fan that I'm becoming, and I'll get more into that Utah BYU basketball game too. But the other thing that filled the jug was going to that game. Heather taking me there for Christmas. That was an awesome gift.
Great gift, Heather.
Yeah,
Shout out.
Heather absolutely crushed that one. But just being able to go back to the Huntsman Center, that was an absolute blast, an absolute riot. That always fills my jug. We got to eat at Lucky 13 before. Those burgers are probably, top of the line. So Heather really enjoyed that. So it was a great time. And Mom and Dad offered to have Rudy sleep over. So that was awesome. We got an awesome date night. So it turned out to be a great overall Christmas gift.
Heck yeah. Rudy getting a little Nana Papa sleepover. Yeah. You can't go wrong.
And what's funny is... Mom found my pillowcase, the Utah pillowcase that I had from years ago that she made. So she made it, and then she found it, and so she ironed it, washed it, and gave it to Rudy, and it's on his pillow right now.
Oh, I love it. Sleeping on the Utes.
It's really cool to see, our kids play with the toys that we played with as kids, or he's getting the things that, like, I had as a kid. That fills the jug.
Yeah, no, 100%. Benny, I love that. That's great. Fill the jug.
Yeah. Just some things I've been chewing on.
You're just a growing sports fan over there.
Yeah,
developing, getting better.
I'm almost 28. I feel like I've got to change, Yeah, I've got to be better. I've got to show Rudy that sports is more than just winning and losing when we have no control over that outcome.
Yeah.
But you can really cheer on your team and enjoy every second of it.
100%. And I'll say, I mean, obviously, I did not get to enjoy a team winning this weekend, so to fill the jug with that is not going to be in the cards for me today. But I will say I'm filling the jug with a Kevin Patullo firing. That seems like the right thing to do. I guess technically he is just being relieved of his duties. I think there's a possibility he still stays in the building.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so from what I understand from the insiders, that is the case. But at least he's not going to be calling no plays. So that fills the jug. No. Eagles will be getting better, hopefully retooling. But the thing that fills the jug the most, I think, right now is Drew started a ninja class.
Whoa.
Yeah, big deal. Big deal. Drew...
Ninja Drew.
Listening to Drew talk about his ninja class experience afterwards is just an absolute blast.
I love
It's getting to that point. I mean, we're talking about something we're passionate about. Mm-hmm. And so to see the passion coming out in Drew in those things is, it's the best. I love seeing the passion for what he's doing.
Yeah, that is really cool. Yeah.
So
ninja class. So what do they do in ninja class?
Yeah, you know,
it's not karate.
Question. It's a mix of karate, parkour, tumbling, and one other thing I can't remember. There's another weird one that's basically still parkour, but
and random earth or animal facts because
he's got a lot
really good about that.
Yeah, right now it is ninja class and dinos is the jam.
Dinos,
everything dinos. He's back on that train. I got that dinosaur game on the PlayStation 5 that he and I play together, and yeah, so he's all about the dinos right now.
Wow, I mean him and Rudy both. Yeah. So he came back to it, and Rudy's on it.
Yeah, so. he's made a return to the dino passion, and that's been a lot of fun. But yeah, they go to this little gym. It's a gymnastics gym in where we live, and they have just basically a big open gym with a ramp that they can run up, and they have monkey bars. They practice headstands and handstands, and they get to jump in a ball like a foam pit.
I mean, you would like to go do this now?
Yeah, I would absolutely love to join. If they have an adult ninja class, let me know.
Hey, maybe they should add it to the list, because I mean, our wives get to dance. Why can't we go be ninjas?
Yeah, 100%. We should. Right? We should have a ninja day.
That'd be kind of fun.
But it's a lot of fun because I think it'll be great for him to kind of get familiar with his body and what it can do. You know?
Yeah. I mean, because
hopefully it'll hone his athleticism a little bit.
Well, he's got athletic parents, so he's going to be able to figure that out.
We hopefully will help him get acquainted.
Yeah. So. I think that kid cracks me up. What about Hot Wheels? Hot Wheels are still there. Yeah. Hot Wheels have not left the building. They're still very much present and accounted for, but okay, good.
Yeah, he's been on a real dino kick.
I love it. Yeah, I'm starting to learn a lot about dinosaurs. I actually think I'm learning more about dinosaurs now than I ever knew as a kid.
Yeah, your little cord is bumping right there.
Yeah, let's not have that.
Let's act like we've been here before.
I know that's that's the perk. Hey, it's on the left side, so I'm just following orders on the headset. So I can hold it.
No, that's perfect.
That wouldn't be good.
That's perfect.
You don't want to hear that just bumping the whole time?
Yeah, no, I do not.
Yeah. That made me think, though. So I always feel like whenever we feel this is the beauty of Fill the Jug, people. This is what I want you all to realize, is that like I don't plan out really what I'm going to say. I maybe think about it like right before.
Yeah, right before. Like that was off the dome for me.
It's same. Like that's just
what has been filling the jug until just this moment.
Yeah, and I feel like it's something that we should do more often as just people in our day-to-day, because thinking about it, it starts to attach all the other good things, right?
Yeah.
Or all the other things that are making life full. And so Heather ordered this little, it's kind of like a nightlight, but it's like on steroids. So it's this little, kind of like just a little ball.
Okay.
And it has like it will shine the light from inside, right? And it has all the characters on the outside, so it shines them on the wall of his room.
Okay, yeah.
And then it spins, so it just spins in his room, and it's all the Avengers characters.
I love it.
So it's Iron Man, Spider-Man, and I got to lay in bed with him last night for a minute, and we were just pointing at them all, and I just love how much like just the awe in his eyes most of the time of things that are just trivial, right, to all of us, but that fills the jug. Our boys, our kids, you got Gwenny too, obviously.
Yeah, she's hysterical.
They fill the jug, you know? So I love that. That's really awesome. I am excited to hear the adventures of Ninja Drew.
Yeah, you ask him about it, and he'll let you know. He's very excited. It's tomorrow, so he'll get to go tomorrow, and he is jammed.
That's awesome.
He jammed. Pumped.
Jam
pumped.
Have you seen Despicable
Pump
Me
up
3?
the jams. Yes.
The
I've
one
seen all
with the guy that he blows the bubble gum?
Yes.
He's like, I've been a bad boy. Rudy loves
That's too funny.
that one. And I've never seen it until this last week.
Yeah, Drew loves all things Despicable Me, Minions.
I just didn't realize how good the third one was.
Yeah,
I think that one's hilarious.
They're crowd pleasers every time.
They really are. They really are.
But yeah, for those who listen to the Fill the Jug segment, let us know what fills the jug in the comments. Like, we'd love to hear.
Yeah, let us know. We got to hear.
We want to start a movement.
Yeah, let's start a movement. We got to fill the jug around our community.
Filling the jug.
That's right. Yeah, I think that's a big deal. But not only do we fill the jug, that's one portion of getting on the bench with us.
Yeah.
The other part that's really important is that what we put in that jug is extremely high quality
H2O.
Ladies and gentlemen. Which takes us into one of our favorite segments, long-standing, is our high-quality H2O, some of the best moments from the past week.
Yes.
Since we last spoke, I have to get this started off. Taking us back to that Utah-BYU basketball game, I will say just a couple quick things that were not high-quality.
Yes.
So let's pause that.
Because there were some non-high-quality H2O moments.
65% of the stadium, the arena, were BYU fans.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
Not good. I have been in the Huntsman Center when it has been rocking with University of Utah basketball fans. I've been going for over a decade and a half now to basketball games.
Yeah.
Every year. At least one, if not multiple. And it is very sad for me to see that after Kraskowiak left, the whole NIL era changed and Utah fans just have stopped going.
Yeah.
It's very sad. That place used to just be rocking. So Scally called that out, and we need to get back to it. Let's go support Alex Jensen.
You got to get that protect the house mentality for the Huntsman.
Exactly. And Alex Jensen is doing an incredible job. Yes, they're 8-8, but he is. I really do think he's putting on an incredible job of coaching and doing his best on putting together the best team. So he's not done. Yeah. But with that being said, BYU came to town, obviously, and AJ DeBonsa is the real deal. That BYU team is the real deal. So I was very excited to see them play in person against my running Utes. But my high-quality H2O play of the night was James Okonkwo, the transfer center, meets AJ DeBonsa at the rim. Rim just absolutely obliterates the dunk attempt. It was an incredible block that leads to a score on the other end for the Utes. It was electrifying. That place was going wild. It did always seem like BYU just had a little bit of just a grasp on the game, but that moment will live on for me for a long time. That was an incredible play by Okonkwo.
Yeah, great. I mean, just athletic, physical. You got to love when someone just jumps up and stuffs a guy at the rim.
It's one of the best plays.
Yeah.
It's a dunk, like a block on a dunk is
they just have all that
cool.
Momentum. They have the physical advantage. I mean, he definitely had the physical advantage in that matchup. Mm-hmm. And for him to go up and get the block is electric. And
to have that beyond AJ DeBonsa was even better.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. Well, Benny, that is a great high-quality H2O moment to kick us off. I'll take our next one. I'm going to highlight – I mean, I could highlight the whole freaking Texans defense as a high-quality H2O. It made for a 3/4 of a very boring game because they were absolutely suffocating. But I'm going to highlight Petrie, who plays on the Texans defense. He seemingly was everywhere. He had 5 solo tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 7 total. I mean, he just was everywhere. But man, that Texans defense is tough, and
they're
he
tough.
just it was the epitome of the swarm mentality.
Oh, yeah.
That J.J. Watt was highlighting this week in their banger of a promo.
Yeah, and I mean, Jalen Petrie, Big 12 guy.
Hey, shout out!
Came from Baylor.
Yeah, shout out.
So shout out to the Big 12. Jalen Petrie is fantastic. That entire Texans defense is fantastic. They had multiple moments of high quality H2O against that Steelers team.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers could not breathe the entire time, and you could tell he was just so frustrated because that rush was unstoppable. The open field tackles when they did complete a pass were unstoppable. The coverage was unbelievable. It was dangerous.
I'm telling you, the team I did not want to play is the Texans. That's for sure. So very high quality out of Petrie. The Texans defense, unbelievable. But I'm a homer. I'm a homer when it comes to this segment.
Hey, that's all right. You're allowed.
But it was, I was listening back to our episode last week and about this game in particular, the Patriots-Chargers game, and what I said. This doesn't take any sort of, special person to talk about the game in this way, where I called out the offensive line for the Chargers, where, they didn't have their tackles. The stats,
very injured.
Yeah, they've been injured all season. So the stats on Justin Herbert being pressured, it came to fruition in that game, and the Patriots dominated that offensive line and just made Justin Herbert feel it all night long. But the highlight for me was Milton Williams, the big ticket man himself from the offseason, where the beasts come out to play in January, says Mike Vrabel, and Milton Williams just obliterated the offensive line. Said, Bradley Bozeman, get out of the way. And just goes straight at Herbert. I love the right hand, basically like a little bit of a what's that called? Clothesline. Yep. That's what it's called. So just clotheslines Herbert to end the game, gives Vrabel a bloody lip with hitting him with his helmet. He's so juiced up.
I mean, that was the best part, right? Is when you see the interaction with him and Vrabel on the sideline. They were both fired up. He's like, I forgot that Vrabes wasn't wearing a helmet. I just was so in the moment, the emotion.
I mean, all these guys want to play for Vrabel.
Yeah,
that's 100%. The thing is, the continuity on that team and that locker room is pretty impressive. If it wasn't for the allegations against Barmore and Diggs, it has been an extremely clean season, and that's all Vrabel.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was an incredible moment by Milton to seal the game on a big-time sack on Herbert.
Yeah, it was great to watch, to just see them get after it. Poor Justin Herbert, another QB that just got obliterated this weekend. And Benny, to seal this off with our final high-quality H2O moment after a weekend of just fantastic football.
Such good football.
There's so many moments we could highlight, but the one that I want to highlight is, more than anything, I'll get to that second, but Caleb Williams had the Jordan throw.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive.
It is everywhere. And as much as I dislike Caleb Williams from a college rivalry standpoint, that throw was unbelievable. I mean, crossbody, he's not planted at all, heaves it downfield, gets it was just very athletic, very impressive, and it was a big part of a huge comeback in the fourth quarter for that Bears team. And that is the definition of high-quality H2O moments. But the one that I took away most from the weekend is the Bears fans, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I put this out on our TikTok. I couldn't hold it in until just the podcast. I just had to get a feel for the feeling of being a Bears fan in that moment, because they cut. This is the one that got me. I almost was emotional watching it, because they cut to a dad and his son.
Oh,
and they were celebrating in the stands.
Yeah.
As they realize, hey, this just happened. And I'm getting emotional thinking about it right now. But the joy and the passion that you could just see, it means so much. You could feel how intense that playoff environment was in Soldier Field. And that is why we watch football, right?
Absolutely.
It was everything I love about football.
I agree, and that's the That's the beauty of not only football but sport in general, and the parts that tug at the heartstrings, where it's like you can just it brings us together, it brings families together. We get to do this.
Heck
like
yeah.
It is so fun, and the Bears fans, they've been longing for that for a long time. A lot of these teams, realistically, that are in the playoff race, like they've been wanting this for
It's been a minute,
few
yeah.
years, and that's why I love the NFL. Good for the Bears. I'm not a Caleb Williams guy. It was an incredible throw, incredible game by him. He was throwing some fits at the beginning of the game, but
to rally and come back the way they did.
I just really like Ben Johnson.
Love Ben Johnson.
Which I think we should get into.
Great segue there, Benny.
Yeah, I really do like Ben Johnson. Coming from the Detroit Lions, everybody and their dog wanted Ben Johnson.
Yeah, and so we're going to get into our pop takes. Where we talk about everything that we are thinking and feeling about the world of sports, and particularly football. Benny, tell me what you think about Ben Johnson.
Yeah, some of the headlines around the world, around our world of sports, but Ben Johnson, a couple things. I really like Ben Johnson, and I love the passion. I think he has proved this year, like this is his first year as a head coach, and just doing an incredible job at rallying this Bears team, bringing them to the playoffs, but not only the playoffs, but a playoff win. I don't even know how many years it's been since
2010.
they won. Yeah, so 16 years, right? It's 15 years, probably 15 seasons, 16. When you're talking about calendar. But that's an absolutely incredible job by him. I don't love the quick handshake with the Packers head coach Matt LaFleur. I don't love that. I think that like I get that it's passion, and I get you don't like them, and he made that very clear in the locker room.
In the locker room, yeah.
And very clear in the post press conference when they asked him about it. Yeah. When they're like, why do you he's like, well, I hate him.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay. I get it. I've of all the like times where you go and you see coaches go and do the handshake, and I will say this, I am one of the biggest Tom Brady. I am a huge Tom Brady fan.
Yeah.
In my eyes, he can do little wrong. But when the Eagles beat them, not in the Super Bowl, but the next season or whatever, and Nick Foles went to try and give him a handshake, or maybe it was when Nick Foles was on the Bears. He had switched.
Gotcha.
After Nick Foles beat him in the Super Bowl, Tom Brady just went to the locker room. Didn't even go and give him a handshake.
Didn't acknowledge it.
In my eyes, like I feel like things like that are just extremely disrespectful. Like, give Matt LaFleur a handshake. Like, stop, give him a handshake, and then run and go do your thing. That's just my opinion. I don't know. I know, like, the Lions are in that division too, and that's where Ben Johnson coached. Where did all this hate come from for the Packers?
That's a great question, but Benny, I'll kind of counter a little bit that I love that he's bringing the rivalry.
Yes.
I think that there's a lot less of that anymore in the NFL. I think we're seeing a lot less of it in college football because you have so many players transfer. There's very little school allegiance and passion, in my opinion, across the league as a whole, both college and NFL. And so I love from Ben Johnson that he's emphasizing, like, no, this is a rivalry. This is something that we are going to foster and feel we are out here to compete. Now, that said, can you still be good sportsmen? 100%.
Right.
Through all of that. But I do love that he's bringing the fire to the rivalry, which is what I think we love the most about good competitive football.
Yeah, I do like having the fire around the rivalry. That's why I have no problem with the pro, like in the locker room saying F them, right? Like, no issue with that. Like, oh, I effing hate those guys, right? Like, that's fine.
That one has been brewing for the last little bit.
It did seem that way, and you could see it on LaFleur's face too. You just lost, and like I feel like he knew it right after the handshake too. He's like, yeah, we lost it. Like, we should not have lost this.
Especially the way they lost it.
I just don't.
He's going into negotiation for a new deal.
Yeah, which they ended up keeping him. So.
Yeah, they're keeping him, but had he gone further into the playoffs, I mean, that's a different deal if he goes further. You know?
For sure. So I think my biggest issue is just the handshake.
Like, give the time for the respect.
Yeah, I just don't love that.
Except Ben Johnson obviously don't respect Matt
No,
LaFleur.
no, he don't respect him. He don't respect that team. He don't respect the ground they walk on.
It might be good, better, best, but not when it comes to shaking hands.
Yeah, no shaking hands by those two. I mean, at least they shook the hands. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, interesting. I do like the rivalry. They got their beef. They're bringing it back. They're bringing the fire. They're bringing the juice. I like that.
Yeah, and that's, I think, my biggest takeaway is that juice is there. I think we'll see it evolve. But the fact that, I mean, you heard Jordan Love at the start, is like, it's not been much of a rivalry because they've owned the Bears for the last several years. The fact that it is now a rivalry, I think, is a good thing for football.
Yeah, and I think, Aaron Rodgers owned them for a very long time.
I don't think the Bears ever beat him.
Yeah, probably not. That's wild.
It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But, Benny, that's actually, let's use that. We talking to Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Next question. We had huge news today in the NFL world. Tomlin steps down after 19 years as the Steelers head coach.
Yeah.
And he is taking a break from football. And in that same vein, does that mean Rodgers is for sure done and out of the NFL? Did he end his career with that brutal Texans loss?
Yeah, I mean, I was not surprised by the whole stepping down, right? We've become very familiar with that as of late, of stepping down from a role, especially when you've been there 19 years, right? Like, that sounds very familiar, to a little...
It does sound very familiar to a job here at home. Yeah.
But with Mike Tomlin, not only 19 seasons as the Steelers head coach, 19 winning seasons, which not sure that will ever be unmatched. But as of late, they have lost, I think it's now 7 playoff games in a row.
Yeah, which is not what the Steelers are looking for.
No.
They're about tired of just winning seasons.
Yeah, and that's why this move was made. I think Tomlin is like, all right, well, it's time to move on. That Steelers organization, I do think that Rodgers is done, personally.
Yeah, I do too.
But also, like, Cam Hayward is getting older. TJ Watt is older. Like, a lot of those guys are, like, that Steelers team is now going to have to go through a complete shift.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this last week, right? They're in kind of that sunset. We said if they lose to the Texans,
is he gone?
It's sayonara, and sure enough, yep.
And
1 week
exactly
later from when we recorded that and said that, that's exactly what has gone down.
Yeah, that kind of crazy. I feel like, a lot of Steelers fans probably spoke that into existence, I bet.
It's like, they were ready for the change.
He's gone, right? Which is really unfortunate. And apparently Tomlin is not going to coach this next season.
Yeah, no, he specifically has said to the team that he's taking a break, stepping away from the coaching. So I think that means we're going to see him on a mic. We're going to see him doing television, and I think that's a great thing.
What if he does Pat's show for the year, kind of like Bill Belichick did once a week?
Oh, I would love if Tomlin was on Pat McAfee once a week.
That would be really
Get him as
cool.
much airtime talking football as you can, and if that means all next season, we get him in a pregame show like kind of Jason Kelsey has done.
Yeah.
We've seen Nick Saban go and do that in the college world on College Game Day.
I mean, J.J. Watt's a commentator.
J.J. Watt, him doing calling games has been fantastic. Tom Brady's really found himself in the booth.
Rob Gronkowski does a pregame show, halftime, postgame. So I agree. I think we should get a mic in front of him. That's one of those guys you just want to hear him talk football. And, speaking of guys talking football, I know this is a little bit different topic, but Matt Ryan stepped away from CBS to go be the Falcons president.
Yeah, very interesting.
Very interesting. So it's like, I love seeing like the former players getting into those types of roles. And what sucks though is if Aaron Rodgers really is done and he's going to retire from football, he said we'll never see him.
No, he will disappear. I mean, he already has been way quieter this season.
Yeah, really quiet.
We have not seen Aaron Rodgers in the public spotlight apart from when he drops F-bombs in his presser after a game.
He doesn't care.
That's really the only moments that we've seen him come in. And for a second, I was like, hey, Ben, can you tell your dog to stop barking? But I'm here. I can tell Millie to stop barking.
Yeah, you should yell at her. She probably is doing
funny.
this too.
For a second, I was like, where's that barking come from?
I know. Millie.
But we talked a bunch about coaching last week in our episode, and I think now the Steelers program is right up there as probably one of the premier places to land, with the exception of the fact that they don't have a solid QB.
Yeah, because they're going to have to answer that question. But when you're talking about, like, prestigious jobs, too, and, like, a job that hasn't been open in 2 decades, but the
program, the legacy,
the whole steel curtain vibe.
The football town.
Yeah, black and yellow, all of that. Renegade. It's just that's a different kind of place. That's a blue-collar town, so the football team needs to be good.
Yeah.
But with Pittsburgh, it's like, okay, Tomlin won a Super Bowl. Cower won a Super Bowl. Like Terry Bradshaw won multiple Super Bowls. Like,
right.
Steelers win. And so, I'm very interested to see what happens in their next iteration.
Yeah, I'm excited to see who ends up going and landing in that spot. And maybe it's someone who, Pat McAfee and the boys were talking about it on their show today. Like, maybe it's Mike McCarthy, right? Someone who's a Yinzer from the town.
Maybe a dream job for Mike McCarthy.
He gets to go back home, be close to his family. Like, that could be a match made in heaven. He's obviously older, but
still definitely can go coach for sure.
Yeah, he could coach 10 years or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's an interesting perspective.
Yeah, I thought that was a good poll from Pat and the boys.
Yeah, they definitely are going to have a lot of questions answered this offseason, so it's going to be busy. But not only them. A lot of teams. We talked about it last week. But the number one team that's been on my mind, I didn't know what to text you. I didn't know how to text you as I'm watching this game. As I watched George Kittle get injured, I was like, the 49ers are done. They don't stand a chance.
They limped, not leapt. They were limping into that game.
Yeah, they limped into the game, and then
it
Kittle
got worse.
Even worse.
And Eagles call 4 verticals against cover 4 to try to convert a 4 and 11. And I have a lot of thoughts, Benny. One of which, am I very happy that Patullo's gone? Yes, I think Patullo needed to leave.
That filled your jug.
It filled my jug. I said it already. I think the calling of the offense, and especially in that game, was just highlighted as being very bland. It was a commentary that was common throughout the entire season of like, hey, they're just not very creative. It's just not there. And we saw Saquon didn't get a lot of production. We saw Jalen Hurts' production go down. A.J. Brown was always discontent. And so I'm hoping for actually quite a bit of change in the Eagles building. I'm about sick of tired of hearing all the drama about what's not going well off the field. I just want to see us get things going on the field. And frankly, I'm not too happy with Jalen Hurts just selling the ball on that last play.
Yeah.
Like, you can blame the play call all you want. At the end of the day, he's still at the line of scrimmage and can check and can make different adjustments based off of the freaking defense that he sees.
He's earned that, right? He's a Super Bowl champ.
Like, make the adjustment.
Yeah.
But instead, he doesn't even make a half attempt to wait till they're empty. He throws into triple coverage. It's like, what are we doing? You just want to be done? You just want to sell off into the postseason?
Plus, right across the middle of the field,
I don't know.
Like 2-3 plays in a row? Why?
I don't think it's just coaching. I do think there needs to be a retooling of just attitude. There's a ton of free agency, unfortunately, on the defensive side of the ball, who I think played out of their minds regardless of the offensive performance. So it's going to be a very different team, I think, next year.
Has Zach Bond been injured?
Good question.
Or has he been not playing?
Great question. Why don't I know that off the top of my head?
Because I was just thinking, of their team and, the performance. And, he was the guy last year. He helped them win the bowl. He got paid. I just don't know if he got hurt.
I know he's been... Why don't I know that, Ben? I don't know that off the top of my head for some reason.
Because that's what I'm curious about. Because I got a few questions. Obviously, I love hearing your initial reaction and thoughts here. But
hand injury in late 2025.
Okay, so he has been injured.
Yeah, and a back contusion in training camp this year.
Okay, that makes more sense because I'm like they were a great defense, obviously, and they were missing probably one of their best pieces, their leader for sure. Zach Bond is incredible.
Yeah, I mean he's a huge part of that defense.
The most confusing thing to me is a record-breaking season last year, and then this season, no Saquon Barkley to be seen or found.
Yeah, he had little flashes, little pieces here and there where it's like, oh yeah, that's Saquon, he's got it. But it just granola,
Yeah, just
plain,
wild.
Nothing special granola. Like, don't even think about putting a little coconut in there.
Yeah, I was going to say, no coconut.
Little sliced almonds.
No yogurt.
No
honey.
It might even be just like plain old cream of wheat. No sugar.
Ooh, no milk.
No milk. Just eating the slop.
Not good.
Not good.
Yeah, I feel for you and those Eagles. So you want to see some changes. Is it really AJ Brown? Is he really that dramatic, or do people blow it out of proportion?
So I think the problem is he talked a lot. It's a big distraction. It's very loud, and at the end of the day, in the game against the Niners, he didn't perform. He had drops.
Yep.
Right.
He had some crucial ones.
There were big moments where we needed to have that catch, and he didn't do it.
Yeah.
And it was a catchable ball, right? Mm-hmm. I'm thinking that one in particular across the middle.
That deep one?
Yeah, where it goes right in between his hands.
Yeah, and he made a great move.
And
it seemed like he was trying to stretch out for the ball when he could have just gotten under it.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think, especially with the Philly fan base, I think AJ Brown's time has come.
Ew, wow.
I just don't think that the fan base is feeling it.
So they got him on a draft day trade.
Talk, and then you drop. It's just not. It doesn't work.
Talk. Drop.
Yeah, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So
that's hilarious.
I think we'll see that change.
Yeah, I mean something's gonna change. They have no salary cap space, so they've got like no money. But
if they trade AJ, that opens up $20 million.
Okay, Howie Roseman will figure something out.
Howie Roseman's gonna find something for Nick Sirianni.
Hey, we gotta do O-line, D-line, huh, Howie?
Like, Nick Sirianni, he loves his guy. He really loves and enjoys his guy, but he already ditched Kevin Patullo. Kevin. Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin Patullo.
That sounded weird coming out.
I know. Was that odd? Yeah, wild ending of the season for the Eagles. I did not see them losing at home. I did not have on my bingo card.
Yeah.
It's literally cast 49ers.
Yeah, I'm pretty disappointed by it.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Pretty gutted, pretty sad. But alas. Well, it is the reality of fandom that you can't always win. But if you don't win, you better make moves to get better.
Agreed. Yep. And that's the beauty of the offseason, which we will cover extensively.
Yeah.
But as we were prepping to record today, what popped up on TikTok?
Yeah, we got our very first fan.
Yeah, we got a fan question that we're just going to address.
I don't know. We're going to label him a fan. He's engaging with us on social media, so we're going to take it. But we got a fan-inputted question for our pop takes.
I am actually curious how many of the people that follow us on like those social media sites are genuinely just like the content. Let us know. We're answering your questions, so you let us know. If you don't like it, then everyone loves to tell us they don't like it. So
I would love to know who of those folks end up listening to the pod.
The full pod, yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to know that.
But this is the question that came in, and I should actually pull his name up. We'll give him a shout out.
Yeah,
why not? Let's do this thing right.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to answer this guy's question.
So let me pull this up. Hopefully
like you said, we got to
try to record anything here. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. Now we know. If we want to, hey, that's actually great to know. Discovered something. If I want to hear something, I can just pull it up and we could play it. That's a win.
That is a win. Look at us.
That's a win. Okay. So shout out Jordan Harden with the
Jordan.
question.
Shout out, Jordan.
Because we talked last week, who's our MVP, May or Stafford? So Jordan Harden gave us the question, who would you rather have on your game-winning drive, Stafford or May? Which I think is a great wrinkle to that debate. Benny, who would you rather have on a game-winning drive? Your man, Drake May? Drake May?
Yeah, it's the best.
Or Matthew Stafford?
So let me say this, okay? Drake May is ascending. Okay.
He is.
Matthew Stafford is what, 40? Almost 40?
Yes.
Okay. Matthew Stafford's had an incredible career.
He has been there, done that.
If we're looking at just the present moment, not that Drake May has the potential to be even better than he has been this year, which has been fantastic, I really like Matthew Stafford on a game-winning drive. I will also say, Jordan, you put this question on an MVP video. Just because we may want Stafford on a game-winning drive today does not mean that means he's the MVP of the season. So I want to make a very clear distinction. And he won AP Offensive Player of the Year.
Yep.
So, excuse me, he was AP First Team Quarterback over Drake May, which last year the AP quarterback was Lamar, and then Josh Allen won the MVP. So it's not a guarantee, but I will say Matthew Stafford has an uncanny ability of, going down the field and, winning a ball game, right? So with that being said, the one caveat is that Drake May can run better than most.
Yeah, he's very mobile.
Like an unsung part of his game.
We saw that actually in this last weekend where
definitely.
he ran for 30-something yards, right?
Yeah, he can
would
run.
just
So
break
it's like
it out and make a huge impact to the drive on his legs. It's a great point.
So those are a couple of my initial thoughts. Hopefully that doesn't bite me in the butt. A little karma. Let's knock on wood.
So, and I think what I would add to that is I'm going to agree. I think Stafford right now would be the guy I choose to run the game-winning drive, and that is because did you hear what he said to his boys when they went out to have their drive this last weekend?
Against the Panthers?
Yeah. Did you hear what he said?
What did he say?
He said, let's go take their hearts. It's like, that is ice cold.
Yeah.
He went out and delivered. So, yeah, Stafford... And we said this last week, there's no world where Stafford is not deserving of an MVP. No. We chose Drake May, but Stafford right now is, when it comes to it, and I hope we get to see it in some great football down the stretch here, Stafford's a guy who's going to get something done when you need it most.
Yeah, 100%.
Not that Drake May can't, but Stafford is showing it, and he's showed it multiple times.
Yeah, and this... So thank you for the question, Jordan. Just answering that question, hearing that answer, I think we're on the same page of what we're thinking here. May he's getting there, but I was looking because you're like, hey, I want to see Stafford doing this. They're playing the Bears, which made me think there's a draft class where there were players that went 1, 2, and 3. There was Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May.
Yep.
Who would you take today?
Who would I take today? I'm
starting a team. Start with the quarterback.
Ooh, that is a tough question. Caleb Williams has come a long way this year.
Mm-hmm. That's what makes it interesting.
That does make it interesting. He has just this incredible talent, but Benny, one of my most favorite moments of this year is Drake May running down the field, blocking for his guy. I think the leadership and intangibles that Drake May displays, in addition to his ball game, I think I'm riding with Drake May. I mean, granted, Jaden Daniels very injured this year.
Yeah, no, 100%.
But Drake May balling out.
I'm riding with Drake May too. Obviously, Patriots guy.
Drake May stands over here.
But I think that's going to be an incredible debate for years to come because the season's not even over. Jaden Daniels is going to be in the MVP race next year.
Yeah, and Caleb Williams really looking like a great draft class.
Yep.
I mean, there's been a lot of talk in the NFL that there's not a lot of good QB development, but in the case of those three, I think that's a lot of potential right there.
Hey, shout out Josh McDaniels, what he's doing there with Drake May. Shout out to Cliff Kingsbury, what he did with Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels just hurt all year. So, there's a lot to be said, but yeah, great question. We'll try and do that a little bit more.
Yeah,
fans kind of throw out a question. We'll throw them in here.
Yeah, if we get good questions, we'll definitely throw it in here. I will just comment on one other. I won't pull it up just because it'll take me a second. But we did get a comment that some of the games were rigged.
Oh, some of the NFL games were rigged,
yeah, like the Packers, Bears whole situation, that comeback is like that was the most manufactured setup, and it's like all I got to say to that is come on.
I know, come on. Do you really think that Sean McVay and the Rams were expecting to have that tight of a game with the Panthers?
No.
Absolutely not.
Like I just don't see a world. There's no world where that many people, that many competitive individuals that you can manufacture it.
No, yeah, it's not
just
scripted.
Doesn't happen.
It just can't.
And that's what I had to say about that.
Yeah. So terrible comment. Fun fact.
But Benny, one more thing before we move on, because I know we're going to transition to college takes. Did you see the Liam Cohen reporter?
I did.
Deal?
Yeah, that was actually some high quality H2O.
Yeah, and I want to take some time to just give my thoughts on it. Obviously, if you didn't see it, Liam Cohen in the presser after their loss, which Liam Cohen, an incredible job. We talked about him being very much so a man that could easily win Coach of the Year. But
just ran into Josh Allen.
A Jacksonville reporter, Lynn something, just took a time to give the guy appreciation. 27 seconds of just, hey, you did a great job. We love what you did. Like, Duval appreciates you.
Yeah, keep your head up.
Yeah.
Great job this year.
And I loved it. I'm all for it. And so I wanted to get, so you're also a fan. Obviously, has gotten a lot of hits and blowback from other reporter world saying, like, that's not the job. Which, to a point, I agree. But Lynn's probably a fan.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Like, if I look at it from this lens of, like, some of our local reporters that cover the Utes, that cover the Cougs, they get so invested, but they have such relationships with the coaches.
Yeah.
And the closest people to the coaches actually are able to have that back and forth. Like, one of my, on the radio here in Utah, PK, right? He's on KSL radio. He's been on the morning show for a very long time, DJ and PK. PK had such a fun relationship with Kyle Whittingham. They would play golf. They would talk. Like, they were actual friends, not just, okay, I'm a reporter, you're a coach. And they would have a fun little back and forth every once in a while. He'd say, Kyle Whittingham would say a joke to him, like, oh, what are you going to talk about? Arizona State, because PK's an ASU guy, and they would just go back and forth. I loved seeing that aspect of it. Yeah. What's wrong with saying that, where it's like all that this world is negative?
Yeah, it's all always
the media
take.
is negative.
Who can we bury?
It's also just like that dumb question to Aaron Rodgers last night when they lost the game. What have you learned from Mike Tomlin this year? As he hasn't been asked that 1,500 times.
Just, over and over.
And it's like, no, like, I'm not answering that question. Like, I loved it. If you're going to hate on it, those are just the people that only see red and that, the reporters have to be a certain way. It's like, no, look at a lot of the way that this world is changing. A lot of this world loves to change a lot of things. So it's like, why can't reporters change, right? Yeah. Why can't they do something different? So shout out to you, Lynn. Keep doing what you're doing. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, we loved it.
I love it.
High quality H2O for us.
And I actually agree with what she said. Liam Cohen did a fantastic job.
An incredible job. Yeah,
and
Liam Cohen's a guy.
That's a team you didn't want to see. You did not want to see the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And that was 100% not the case last year.
No.
Panthers were a bye week.
We would have had a plan.
Yeah.
Because the Broncos got to play the lowest seed, so they would have played Texans. We would have played Jags.
Yeah.
So.
I said Panthers, Jaguars.
Jaguars, yeah. So that's my thought. I'm glad you brought that up. It's really odd to me that people get frustrated about something so, trivial. But
we loved it.
Yeah.
But Benny, that leads us into some college ball
talk. It's a wild world in college football right now.
Yeah.
First and foremost, we talked about this a little bit before we started recording, and obviously with what Morgan Scalley probably was not anticipating was becoming the head coach and then competing with Kyle Whittingham for recruits.
For everything.
Everything. Coaches, recruits,
Everything.
Your current players.
I mean, it has been the great exodus. From Utah.
And I will say that I expected, as it started, maybe a few more people to go. And that it's still not over, so again.
Yeah, we still got a couple days before the transfer portal officially closes. That closes on the 16th.
Yeah, it closes this Friday.
Benny, I'm not going to lie. It's been brutal.
It has been brutal.
I know it's the name of the game, but I don't like it.
I don't like it either. We've got Smith Snowden, who just committed to Michigan today, who said he would never leave the University of Utah. Not holding it against you, Smith, but just be careful what you say. Salisi Moa, who said when he committed to the University of Utah after he decommitted from Tennessee, flip-flop, snip, snap, basically said that...
Do you have an idea what kind of toll
this takes on a man? Well, you said, hey, this is the place where I can have a legacy. And you were definitely not wrong. You could have done that here. And I said this year was like, we can't miss what we never had on the team.
Yeah.
Never had Salisi Moa.
Yeah.
So good luck when you ultimately probably commit to Michigan. Hope it turns out well.
Yeah, went into the portal with a no contact tag, so that means
he
knows where he's going.
Yeah. Which also, so he committed, signed, and then enrolled last week just so he could transfer. So good for you. J.J. Buchanan, that was a big hit.
Bummed about J.J. Buchanan leaving. He was really a great highlight of this year, just kind of a breakout player.
Absolutely. Just incredible true freshman. I wish all of those players the best.
Obviously, the mayor, John Henry Daly.
Yeah, and I love Kyle Whittingham, so it's a hard thing because it makes sense. Like, I get it. And I get why you can't say something like, oh, I'm never going to leave Utah when circumstances like this happen.
Yeah, and they're going to go to a place that has better resources, more money. Yep. They're all probably getting a good boost
on money
for making this change, and so I get it.
And Smith is also, this could be, a higher, because the Big Ten, I would say arguably is better football than Big 12. Maybe not the hottest take, right?
It's just probably just reality. Big Ten's going to...
He'll be going up against the Jeremiah Smiths of the world. So it's like, all right, Smith, let's see what you can do, and I hope you go get drafted in the NFL really high.
The visibility will certainly be better when you're playing for a program like Michigan.
But I'm going to let everybody know. I agree with Morgan Scalley. You can win here at Utah.
Yeah, love hearing that from Scalley.
Yeah, and it's bittersweet. You can't really get attached to a lot of these guys because you never know what's going to happen.
And I think that's what I dislike about it most is it feels... obviously the old days of college football are long gone, but there's just... You listen to some of these old guys, and I say old guys, I mean guys that have gone to the NFL or now retired on the other side, and they talk about their colleges with a lot of pride.
Oh, yeah.
But I just don't feel like you're going to have that. Maybe you get that from where you won, right? Fernando Mendoza is going to talk about Indiana forever, but in reality, he was only there for a year.
But he also mentioned Cal in his Heisman speech, right?
It's going to talk about the journey, but it bums me out that you don't have a guy that's going to be the household name anymore because they're there and they're gone.
Yeah, but did Johnny Manziel talk about another school? Did Tim Tebow talk about another school? Did Mark Ingram talk about another school? Did Derrick Henry talk about another school? Devontae Smith? No, none of them did. Why? Because they went to one school.
That's their school.
That drives me nuts.
It bums me out. That is a piece of college football that I think we've lost. We talked about rivalries and the passion. Yeah. That's gone. It's just not there anymore. Which is unfortunate.
I will say, though, it's not the players' fault. The players are taking advantage.
And they again, you can't blame him for going to get the bag.
And you should. And I love John Henry Daly.
Yeah.
Mr. Mayor, good luck on the recovery.
Go maximize your potential to take care of yourself and your family for the rest of your life.
J.J. Buchanan, Smith Snowden, Jonah Leia. I wish them all the best. I really do. But at the same time, I am a Utah fan. So I want the guys who want to be here are the guys who want to be here. And I fully believe that.
And Benny, it's not It has felt a little doom and gloomy just because it's been so brutal, but it's not all bad. Guess who's coming back? Back again.
Yeah, guess who's back? Spidey's back.
Tell a friend.
Mr. Devin Dampier.
Yeah, so Devin Dampier officially, he released his little announcement today that he is back.
I love it.
With the Utes, and I love that. Like, I'm very excited for Devin Dampier to be rolling it back with us. Obviously, we got Wayshawn Parker coming back.
Wayshawn.
That was a big recommit. We're happy about that one.
Shout out Wayshawn Parker. We talked about Hunter Andrews. We talked about
Hunter Andrews is for the moment.
For the moment, coming back. Nate Ritchie. You've got Rabbit Evans. A lot of these safeties coming back. Jackson Benny. Olympus Kid coming back to play at Utah.
Love that Benny's coming back. He was great to watch this last year.
Larry Simmons, Mana Carvalho, Creed Whittemore. We got some dogs that are coming back.
I believe Merriweather is supposed to still come back.
Yeah. So I hope you guys know from the Utah heart, like those are guys that, we've got a lot of love for. I'm pumped to see those guys back in the red, the crimson red.
And what did Scally say in his his introduction speech? He got all emotional.
He's like,
"I'm a baby,
but our team's gonna rip your face off."
Yeah. So I'm excited. I think this.
How can I forget Jonathan Hall, Cash Dillon?
Yeah, I think we're still going to have some
weapons. Let's just keep naming they're coming back.
And we have had some successful transfer portal commits. Like we have from Montana State, and I forget his name again.
I know.
Frederickson.
No, it's
O-line.
Yeah, it's O-line. I will find it right now. You keep going on your
but anyway, like we have had this success come through where they are bringing in some people. And at the end of the day, we've seen from, Indiana's model, you don't need 5 stars and 4 stars to go and win this whole thing. You just need the right guys in the right positions, bought into the program.
Yeah. And the right leadership.
With the right leadership, and you can go and make some problems. So
absolutely. And so for the Utes, that offensive tackle was Cedric Jefferson.
Cedric, not Frederick.
Cedric Jefferson, yeah. So Cedric Jefferson, we ended up getting 2 defensive tackles back-to-back on the 11th, getting Jere Moe from San Jose State, and then we got Jamal Wallace from the University of Tennessee. So an SEC transfer. I think that the highest rated transfer that we got was Brandon Pagan from Utah State, following Kevin McGivern, our offensive coordinator. Brandon Pagan's a big wide receiver, expected to replace a J.J. Buchanan.
Yeah.
We still need a tight end. Walker Lyons, who is dating an influencer that Heather really likes. He was at USC. He's transferring to BYU.
And BYU's crushing it.
And BYU is, I just have to say how good of a job BYU is doing. They've done an incredible job at recruiting their own talent and paying their own players. The fact that Faletau Satuala is not a Ute boggles my brain, especially after Jay Hill leaves.
Yeah.
I cannot believe that he is staying at BYU. His whole family, they're a bunch of Utah people. And yet, he went to BYU. Jay Hill's their guy. Great. Didn't follow him to Michigan. And didn't go to Utah.
Yeah.
Stays at BYU.
I'm surprised there hasn't been more fallout from the Jay Hill poll.
But do you know why? Probably got paid.
Yeah,
I have heard that BYU is dropping the bag on all their guys to keep them. Keanu Tanavas is back.
They did it with Sataki, right?
LJ Martin, their running back is back.
That was part of Sataki kind of negotiating. Was like, hey, I need to make sure that I have the resources.
Yeah.
So
outside
of his new deal,
outside of graduations, BYU has not lost any significant player.
No,
that's wild.
It is, especially in today's day and age, it is a wild thing to think
They have only added quality talent. Cade Uluave, they got another linebacker from Kansas State. They ended up getting a couple tackles from Washington and then Utah State. Like, yeah, they're a little bit on a roll. It's not
so
good.
from Utah fans to BYU, well done.
Yeah, well done, BYU. It's impressive.
But
Hate to say it.
I think it might be time.
I think it is. College football.
Might be time to call the very last.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun-dun-dun,
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
dun-dun-dun,
Yeah, it feels like a little rocky.
dun-dun-dun-dun-dun,
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
dun-dun-dun.
I'm pumped about it.
Call your shot.
This
for
is
the college football national championship.
the
dude.
national championship. You know the interesting wrinkle about this, though? The interesting wrinkle is that this championship game is in Miami.
Yeah,
It's at Hard
basically
Rock Stadium.
It's basically a home game for the Hurricanes to play. But Benny, the price tag is average of $5,000.
That's unreal.
It's stupid.
Coming from someone who spent a hefty penny on a football game.
Yeah, and
Nowhere near that.
I know each school gets a saved allotment at like face value for the tickets, so that hopefully they have a good student body presence. You know,
They will for sure. Yeah.
but $5,000 per ticket is just absurd.
Yeah. I mean, when you have a team in Indiana who's never been there, right? Well, I don't think they've ever won a national title.
Indiana, no, definitely not.
And
They're
then
like the
Miami-
most losing college football program of all time.
That's wild. And then you've got Miami, who hasn't been to the mountaintop since the Ray Lewis, Ed Reed days. So
Yeah,
they're coming back.
it's a great story on both sides. You got Nick Saban coaches, right? The Nick Saban tree in the championship with Mario Cristobal and then
Kurt Signetti.
Kurt Signetti, who just wins. If you don't know it, Google him and you will find out. But it's going to be a heck of a game on Monday, Ben, and I cannot wait.
I'm
and
pumped.
I mean, we're gonna call our shot on it,
Yeah.
but I think you all know where it's going.
Yeah. So for the season, we're all tied for what we've counted
Yeah.
from a college football perspective. I'm tempted.
Are you tempted to
I
just
really am.
split so that one of us goes away? Tempted to split so one of us goes away with the win.
I'm tempted. Mainly because it's in Miami. Miami had an incredible finish. They are
Line is
no
minus
slouch.
8.5. For Indiana.
Screw it. No.
Hoosiers.
I'm going Hoosiers.
Hoosiers are going to complete the perfect season. Hoosiers all day.
Yeah,
They win the national championship, and I cannot wait.
I cannot wait for that game. I really hope that that's how it ends up. I am pumped to see that game. See the boys in action.
I want them to finalize this incredible chapter. They just don't make mistakes. They played perfect ball against Oregon. Absolutely smothered them,
Yes.
and I love it. So
They're here to stay. So I am very excited to see what happens in that game. Hoosiers could potentially be completing that undefeated season, like you said, winning their first national championship. I'm pumped for it. But we also have divisional round.
the divisional round of
The
NFL postseason.
Yes, sir. But before we do the Blitz picks, what did we learn from Wild Card Weekend, specifically from those teams that are advancing to this divisional round?
Yeah, I mean, if you watched the Wild Card Weekend, I think you can have some very clear takeaways that this was great football, but there's some things that I think you can learn from those teams. So from who advanced, off the top of the head, Benny, what's coming to mind? Texans defense, we all knew was good, but they are suffocating. But that offense sucks. They are not good. And so I think my big key for that matchup between the Texans and Patriots, if Drake May can protect the ball and play clean, the Texans are going to be in trouble because that defense is suffocating, but the offense can't do a dang thing.
Yeah, I definitely Like, I know that defense is better than the Chargers. The interesting thing about the Chargers defense, they play a lot of zone. They kept a lot of things in front of them. We weren't able to have as many explosive plays as we've had in the past as a Patriots offense. Keep in mind, this was Drake May's first playoff start.
Yeah.
Okay? First playoff start. Vrabel has been to the playoffs before, but his first season as a Patriots head coach, getting a lot of these guys into the playoffs for their first time potentially. But he had brought in the right veterans, the right people that he could believe in. They made an impact. Our defense is the Patriots' defense, a Super Bowl winning defense. They were balling out. Granted, the offensive line of the Chargers sucks.
But again,
Patriots were all over them.
C.J. Stroud fumbled twice on sacks.
Well, Drake May fumbled twice or three times.
No, I know. That's what I say. If they can be play clean,
that's
but
the
it's
thing
not
is,
like the Texans' O-line's doing a whole lot for CJ either.
No, and the Patriots are 3-point favorites at home, bringing the Texans in. So playing 2 games at home is huge. I think that that may be the game of the weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be a great battle. To that point, other games, Seahawks, 49ers. 49ers have continually played above their potential. In my opinion, they're limping through this postseason. It is not a recipe for success. Seahawks play complete football, and Sam Darnold may just be one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL because he has back-to-back 14-win seasons and is, carrying the banner right now for the Seahawks.
Yeah. He's just carrying the banner.
Another great defense too. So
yeah, I do think that what I've learned about the 49ers is that they have an incredible coach. They have an incredible culture. Christian McCaffrey may be the best overall player in the league.
Yeah.
He is that good. But I do think that their winning comes to an end against the Seahawks. That's going to be a little bit of a teaser. I don't see them winning that game. But pivoting to the other AFC team, the Bills beating the Jaguars in Jacksonville. What I learned from that team is that Josh Allen, he's probably the best quarterback in the NFL right
Josh Allen is a freak, man.
It's unbelievable.
And it's going to come down really to can Josh Allen do Josh Allen things against a top 5 Broncos defense, right?
Yeah.
Like that is going to be the reality.
Plus, Broncos run the dang ball. Bills can't stop the run.
Yeah, good point.
So I think that the Jacksonville Jaguars shouldn't have gotten away from that. Should have ran the ball more.
Just
maybe came out with a win.
Pound.
That's playoff football.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree. The Bills are going to ride once again on Josh Allen's back. And unfortunately, if he does not do it, it's going to get real loud. Mm-hmm. And I don't think Josh Allen can get it done with the Bills if he doesn't get it done this year.
This is his best chance, as much as I hate it. This is his best opportunity.
He's taken out his kryptonite, folks, in the regular season. He can't now fumble in the postseason.
No, I agree. It's going to be a tough look.
Tough look. And then, Benny, our last matchup for NFC, Rams versus the Bears. I think this is the other game of the week because this is going to be another battle.
Definitely.
If you compare, the two that I think will be the most entertaining. Granted, Bills-Broncos is actually probably going to be pretty good.
I mean, all 4 of these are going to be bangers.
Yeah. But Rams versus the Bears, I think the Rams is the more complete team here.
Mm-hmm.
And again, Stafford is the MVP caliber QB that we think he is, or that everybody says he is. And I think that's going to be a big difference maker here.
And the best playmaker of the whole game is on the Rams in Puka Nacua.
And the Bears cannot have a slow start against the Rams. They can't do what they did against the Packers.
Definitely not. I think that
lightning doesn't strike twice.
No, and not in playoff football. And that's the other thing. One of the most creative run game schemers is Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
So if he can get their run game going, gives the Bears a great chance. So that it's not all on Caleb Williams' shoulders in his first divisional round playoff game.
Yeah. Okay, Benny.
Some exciting things. Let's do some Blitz Picks. and let's get us to some football this weekend.
I absolutely love it. Let's
So,
do it, bud.
Kicking it off, the first game on Saturday is Bills versus the number 1 seed Broncos in Mile High, Denver. Who do you got, Zach, to kick it off?
So I started the season picking the Bills to win it all. I just said Josh Allen has to do it. I'm going to ride with the Bills, stay true to my pick. That's the last one I have left, so go with the Bills.
This is a little tough for me because I can pick with my heart too. If the Patriots win and the Bills win, we play in New England. If the Patriots win and the Broncos win, we play in Denver. I'm not going to pick based on what I think will happen in the AFC Championship. I think the Broncos take care of business at home, end up beating Josh Allen. The team around him is not enough to beat that overall Broncos team. I've been high on them, called them being the AFC West champs. Little did we know they'd be the 1 seed. So happy with that pick.
Yeah, Broncos defense is legit.
And then 49ers Seahawks, the Saturday late afternoon evening game. NFC West matchup. I gave the teaser. I think the Seahawks are going to pull this one out. They're the 1 seed in the NFC. I think they have what it takes to beat the 49ers in the game this weekend.
Yep, give me the Seahawks and that dark side defense to just make Brock Purdy's life absolutely miserable, especially with Kittle going down. Their situation gets worse and worse.
Yeah, it's tough look. Which brings us to the Texans in New England playing the Patriots. Who you got?
Benny, this is a very tough pick.
It is a tough pick.
A very tough pick. I think
I'm fine with it whatever way you go.
You can see this going either way, but I do think that Vrabel and the Patriots have what it takes. I'm picking the Patriots, but I think it is going to be a close, brutal defensive affair.
I definitely agree. I think it's going to be a dogfight. I will say that the Patriots defense showed up and held the Chargers to 3 points. Absolutely destroyed them, played an incredible game with a lot of mistakes. We got the mistakes out of the way. Got the unclean football out of the way. Drake May's here to play. We're getting to the AFC Championship game. Give me the Patriots at home to cover the 3-point spread.
Love it.
And to round us out, the final game on Sunday, Rams-Bears. This is a really tough one, but I envision a Patriots-Rams Super Bowl. I'm going Rams.
Yeah, Benny, I couldn't agree more. This is going to be a tough battle. Rams are a complete team, though, and so I am going with the Rams. Great story from Ben Johnson and the Bears, but give me Matthew Stafford to get the job done.
Yeah, this is a fun final 8 teams.
It's great.
We're getting close to the end of our Blitz picks. It's not so blitzy when you only got 4 games to pick.
No, you don't have to go quite so fast and furious.
Yeah, exactly. But either way, extremely pumped about the season. What a great pod today. Talked a lot of fun stuff.
Absolute blast. And Benny, it's sad to see this season coming to an end. But we'll enjoy the heck out of it while we still can.
Hey, especially with our New England Patriots still in the mix, baby.
Yeah. Bummed out about the Eagles, but go Birds regardless. If you have listened to today's episode, just know that we appreciate it. That fills our jug, knowing that somebody out there enjoys the little bit of brotherly banter that we get into here. But follow us on our social media. Check us out anywhere you get your podcasts. Obviously, if you've listened to this already, we're on YouTube. But we love it. We love the football. We can't wait for this weekend.
Don't forget to fill the jug constantly. Let us know it fills the jug. Stay hydrated and enjoy the weekend.
All right. Adios.